guys, welcome to Magical Time Club. So today I have a different topic for you to understand, which is poetic devices, not any German concept, and it is an English concept. These are also called literary devices or poetry devices. These are used in poems. There are 5 different types of poetic devices. There are many, but we are going to deal with 5 in this lesson, as if I tell you everything at once, you will be confused and will not able to understand anything. So let's get started. So the first poetic device is alliteration. Alliteration is only the repetition of only a consonant sound at the only starting of 2 or more words. For example, I will give you a poem which I composed on myself as an example, but let's first understand. Repetition means repeatedly or repeating of a consonant. Except the letters A, E, I, O, U, we have the leftover letters are called consonants. So these repetition sounds of the starting of a word is alliterated. So the example is Bingo the black bunny fights and is funny. He has a bushy bun, which is his tail in actual. The alliterated sounds are highlighted in green, but they are the first line contains the B sound, the second line contains the F sound, the third line contains the B sound, and the fourth doesn't contain anything. So let's proceed forward. So I have one more example for you here. It is about a poem, Tigers. It's about a poem on a tiger named Tim. Tim, the terrifying tiger, tiptoes through tangled trees, his twitching tail thumping, his terrible teeth terrifying turtles who tumble away. So not basically the poem in the last 3 or 2 lines, but yes. In the first line, T sound, in Tim, terrifying and tiger. Now you must be wondering that why not the? It is also starting with T. The sound also matters. Okay, so I have not highlighted it though, but still the consonant sound also matters. The sound should be same. And in the second is tiptoes, tangled trees. Third is twitching tail, and fourth is teeth, terrible, terrifying. And if the word turtles is also in the fourth line, that also turtles. And in the fifth line, it is only one, which is tumble, which means it is not alliterated. Next poetic device is imagery. Now imagery has 3 types. Color imagery is the first. Color imagery is when you can visualize, see or read a color in the poem or in the line of the poem. The second is auditory imagery. When you can hear the action taken in the poem, you can imagine and hear this means. Then is visual imagery. When you can visualize the whole poem or the action taken in the poem in your mind. So sometimes in some cases the whole poem is visual imagery. You can understand the examples by the color code: yellow for color imagery, green for auditory imagery and red for visual imagery. He had a green umbrella, which means it is color imagery because the umbrella was green. So it is color imagery. Then the second is auditory imagery. The waterfall had a really peaceful sound. Now after listening this line, you might be starting to imagine a waterfall which is falling through the stream. So this is a auditory imagery. Then is visual imagery. The world is so big. So the world is really big and you can visualize it. The map in front of your eyes. Imaginary map, of course. The next poetic device is assonance. Now assonance can be a little confusing, but you will get the hang of it later. Repetition of a vowel sound in two or more words. Now alliteration was a repetition of consonant sound and this is vowel sound. For example, tree, free, good, stood. Now the starting doesn't matter here. In tree, we see the last two words. In good, we see the middle two letters. So I have an example here. Poetry is old, ancient. So this is not basically a poem, but yes, it gives a good example of assonance. Poetry is old, ancient, goes back far. It is among the oldest of living things. So old that it is no man knows how and why the first poems came. So in this, the O sound is assonance. Poetry, goes, so, no, knows and poems. If you pronounce in this stanza, if you pronounce poetry as poetry and poem as poem, so this makes a difference. But it is assonance. Next is personification. When to personify a thing which is non-living as a human characteristic, which basically means you give that thing a human characteristic for its pehchan, we say in Hindi. So, as the trees whispered their discontent, this would personify the trees as both as able to whisper and of feeling unhappy. This doesn't really mean that the trees actually whispered to each other that I am not feeling happy because the farmer doesn't water me regularly. This doesn't mean that. We personify them that as they are saying, but they are not. And with the last poetic device, it is onomatopoeia. Now this is the easiest and my favorite poetic device after personification. So the word which imitates a sound taken place in a particular stanza or paragraph which it describes. Paragraph, not paragraph. It is mainly used in comics and cartoons. For example, pow, boom, etc. Now if you are an adult watching my video, you might not be familiar with, but you will be familiar with it because you had watched cartoons when you were small. So these are onomatopoeia. For example, in this picture, there are many examples of onomatopoeia like splat, pow, kapow, boom, zap, bam, poof, etc. And in this comic, tick tock, and the boy is sighing, then he gets an idea, then he eats, making the noise smack, smack, smack. He is eating a bubble gum, then he blows it with a sound piff, 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 and whoosh. So these all are onomatopoeia. We can say, rather it's not a word, but still these are onomatopoeias. So I have a short note for you. If you want me to teach any other subject besides English and German, you can tell me in the comment section below and I will surely add this to my list. So, bye guys. With this, we end our Onomatopoeia, I mean Poetic Devices Part 1, and then we'll meet at the Part 2 session, which will come soon. And sorry for the delay. I know from the last 3 to 4 months I have not been uploading any videos because I was a little busy doing some work. So now I am back on track, and you will get updates every weekend, but probably every weekend. I'll try. So bye bye guys. See you next time.